This is the YouTube edition of my book, A Course in Miracles Workbook Nuggets, which is a study aid for the course's workbook for students. I'll begin by reading my book's commentary on today's lesson over a visual of the book's text. I'll then return with some further thoughts on the lesson, which are only included in this YouTube edition of my book. Today's lesson is part of a 10-lesson group that runs from lesson 261 through 270, each of which relates to the body as it is understood in the course. I'll be repeating this same introduction for each of lessons 261 through 270, so you can skip past this introduction in the future if you like. Timestamps taking you directly to today's Workbook Nuggets commentary and my further comments are provided in the description below. In the section entitled, What is the Body?, which precedes these 10 lessons, we are told that, quote, the body is a fence the Son of God imagines he has built to separate parts of his self from other parts. It is within this fence he thinks he lives, to die as it decays and crumbles, end quote. But we are also told that the body can be repurposed to be, quote, the means by which God's Son returns to sanity, end quote. So the Course is teaching us what our bodies are in reality and how we may use them as vehicles or learning tools of escape. Today's lesson from my book and my further thoughts, which are only included in this YouTube edition of the book, follow. A link to the book on Amazon.com is provided below. Lesson number 264, September 21st. I am surrounded by the love of God. Today's prayer includes the phrase, quote, we come to you in your own name today, end quote. This means that we come in the manner, spirit, or from the perspective of God, rather than as our small, apparently separate self. That's what acting, quotes, in the name of something means. Remember that a miracle is a change in perspective, a change in the manner of coming to something. As the lesson tells us, this change in perspective saves us and the world. Acting, quotes, in the name of God, rather than our own ego, is the only way we come to experience peace. The title of today's lesson is, I am surrounded by the love of God. This is one of the many workbook lessons that speaks to us from a very elevated level. It is speaking to us from and to us in heaven. Yet this is appropriate because, as I have said, part 2 of the workbook, which we are now in, describes your new life in God. Part 1 of the workbook dealt with your prior way of seeing, your perception as a separate body and ego, while part 2 describes your vision as the one self we all share as the child of God. If you like, read the short lesson and prayer again. It is speaking to and about you, the real you, and it is true.